Busting in and busting a move, boys. Woo! We got one that you guys have never fucking heard of.
It's a real 2000 shit movie, except it's not really a shit movie. It's like a shitty movie. It's called Otis from 2008. It's oh
It's
god.
got nothing to do with your favorite transgender cow, let me tell you. No, this is a big boy movie, all right? For big boys only, all right?
By that we mean fat men.
It is kind of funny that it is kind of funny that we did this like very shortly after doing Barnyard. It's just kind of a funny little idiosyncrasy right there. But yeah, no, it's like this movie's bizarre. It's let me lay down the groundwork. It's about a like fat autistic 40-year-old man who kidnaps and beheads women. All right, stay with me here. And he calls them all Kim while he does it.
Yeah, it's his MO.
And the girl that he kidnaps in this movie is literally the actress for Ellie from The Last of Us. And
yeah, the voice actress Ashley Johnson.
Yeah, and then it also stars the brother from Good Luck Charlie as her brother.
I recognized her in a weird way because I don't know if you guys remember this like controversy around Last of Us. This was like way back when I think like the first like video game came out. And I don't know if Elliot Page ever tried to actually sue the game, but people were claiming that they ripped off his pre-transition likeness for the appearance of Ellie. And I remember they were showing pictures of pre-transition Elliot Page and also Ashley Johnson. And that's where I recognized her from. Because I remember during that controversy, they were posting pictures of her because some people were arguing, character kind of looks like her a little bit.
They also did they did the same thing for what was it? I think it was called Beyond Two Souls, which is another PlayStation game that weirdly had like pre-transition Elliot Page, Ellie Page, lookalike character that was
like he was like mocapping for that game. They got like a lot of real actors to mocap for that game.
Okay, so Elliot did mocap for that, right?
Yeah, I think Willem Dafoe is in it too.
Oh wait, no. The controversy. I remember the controversy with that. The controversy was if you boundary broke a certain area with the camera while she's like in a shower or something and Beyond Two Souls, you could actually see Elliot Page's vagina and boobs, which was not actually modeled or portrayed by Elliot at the time. The devs added that for some reason.
That's fucking creepy.
David Cage is a proud Frenchman.
Yeah, David Cage, the same guy who made Detroit Become Human.
Yeah, and
David Cage.
We're getting off topic like we always do, but my favorite David Cage joint is the first one that he did, Omicron. I think that had like a weird hyphen to it, but
wait, didn't he do oh god, what's it fucking called?
Heavy Rain?
Oh, yes, Heavy Rain.
Yeah.
Yeah. All those games made by him have this like same kind of like style to them. It's all like interactive movie type shit.
Yeah.
But it's all done in a very like, oh, we got to do this QuickTime event to hold your son or some shit. It's real dumb.
You got to do this QuickTime event to bang this girl.
Yeah, it's super bizarre. I do want to play through Heavy Rain because I know that one's like probably his best he's ever made. But yeah, Beyond Two Souls, they totally kind of jumped the gun a bit by adding in nipples and a vulva to this character that never consented to having that modeled on their character.
Yeah. This David Cage guy, he's got like a type for women. Like they're all like short-haired, like tomboyish, but not too tomboyish. Like
girlish
women.
tomboy. Yeah.
Yeah. They always have like a pixie cut. Like with some like a Justin Bieber like cut, with like the bangs.
Like manic pixie dream girl, but they're not manic. They're just like sassy and mean.
They're sad.
They're sad.
They're tsunderes.
Sad pixie dream girl. who also
Yeah,
happen to all look like Elliot Page pre-transition.
yeah.
But going back to the hit film Otis 2008.
Well, the hit straight to DVD film Otis.
Oh yeah,
That's what it is. I was
see
like saying the
that
whole time we were watching it, that it looks like a TV movie. Like the joke that we kept on saying was that it looks like a Disney Channel version of a Rob Zombie movie.
my god, it fucking does. It's like a porno grind movie, but it's like made in the same universe as Hannah Montana. It's really
Yeah,
bizarre.
the way it's shot, the way it's lit, the way it's color graded, like yeah, it's all like looks like it's made for TV, and well, it kind of
God,
is. It's straight to video.
and the music, man, the music in this movie, they have like 3 licensed songs and the rest of it's like family sitcom penis music that you hear
Yeah,
like when
yeah, royalty
yeah,
free. Yeah, like they definitely like probably spent most of their budget on those licensed songs because they are like popular licensed songs. Like there was a Devo song which was weird.
There was that
yeah,
wild song in there, right?
Yeah, yeah. The
yeah,
one that they spent the most money on was probably Blue Oyster Cult. Don't Fear the Reaper.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
I want to point out something real quick. I was looking at the IMDb for the movie because I was wondering, like, what did the
IMDb, actually. You said
go fuck
IMDb.
yourself,
I am DB.
whatever it is, movie website.
Internet
Yeah.
Movie Database.
Okay,
Yeah, fucker.
Internet
Get it
Movie Database. So I was looking this movie up on the Internet Movie Database, and because I was curious, like, what else did the director and writer did? This movie had 2 writers. Hold on, they're both named. One of them is Thomas Schnauz, which I was looking at his thing, right?
Sounds like a cat name.
And this motherfucker went on to go write for Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul, which
Wow.
you guys don't really know me. I'm like huge fans of the show. So like, do you think like Vince Gilligan saw this movie and was like, I want this guy to
All right.
write for Better Call Saul?
All right, all like the funny bits of dialogue, were they all like written by like this one guy? All right, all right. He wrote all the good parts. Okay, I'm recruiting him. I'm getting him off of this like grindhouse shit.
Listen, whenever Vince Gilligan, saw that like quick splooge scene, I knew I had to hire him because that was comedy.
It's like
Yeah.
It's
this
a
movie
pie in the
has
face.
this movie does have a lot of like decent dark comedy in it. Like I think what the movie does best, especially near the end, is like the absurd kind of comedy where like the parents are like arguing and shit, and the brother just has a fucking pump action shotgun waiting by the door because he, spoiler alert, called the killer guy to the house because he's a pizza guy, and they just were waiting to kill him while their parents were like arguing about their marriage.
But before that, when he actually like snatches up Ellie from Last of Us, it's literally just like in the like during like broad daylights, like just like right in front of her house. I think he was he wearing his pizza uniform? I don't remember.
No, he was wearing just like regular street clothes, and like I also want to point out they're in like a suburban town, like white suburban town.
Yeah, somebody would be out like watering their flowers or
Or like
like
waiting
letting
for
their
the school
dog out to take a
bus.
shit.
Yeah, the way that that Otis just like stuffs her in the back of his trunk, like
Yeah, where he
just
keeps his
outside of her
pizzas.
house. Yeah, it's fucking hilarious. And like her brother was like down the street, like maybe half a football field away. Like there's
Yeah.
no way he
Not
shouldn't have heard
even.
Yeah,
It
that.
was
what
even
was he
down the block.
what was he smoking weed by the football field or something?
Uh, he said oregano. I trust him.
Yeah, I trust him too. I trust his word.
Do you guys mind if I tell you how I found out about this movie? Because like I was the one who suggested the movie.
Oh, please.
Okay, so I think I was like 11, maybe 12. I don't fucking remember. It's been long. This is like my first time watching the movie since then. So, we were at Family Dollar, and it was back then when they had like those like $3 for a movie or whatever.
Mhm.
My mom was looking through it and she saw this and she's like, "Oh, I think my friend would like this movie. It seems like up their alley." She read the back, and we came back and she was planning on giving it to her friend for like her birthday.
Oh my god.
Never fucking did, and we just ended up watching the movie on our own one day, and like it, like I remember like because like back then I didn't like hate any movies. I thought like if I didn't like a movie, I was the problem.
Oh my
Like I just
god.
didn't get the, like I just thought like I didn't get it. You know, like I would have
I'm,
to rewatch it.
I'm
But like there
sorry.
was like a very few amount of movies where I was like, no, this movie is bad. And this was one of them. Like I just remember thinking, holy god, this is terrible. I think I watched it twice because I was like, there's something missing to this movie I'm not getting. But I was like, this is terrible. But yeah, that's how I found out about this movie. It's been forever ingrained in my head. And I remember like even like back when I was just like a commenter on YouTube, I remember like suggesting this movie for a while because like it seemed
Mhm.
like right up the show's alley.
I mean, it sure fucking was. I mean, it's one of those movies where it's like not even fully totally bad. It's
Mhm.
just got all the right elements of being a bad movie, but also it's still entertaining to watch, because it's still like a Disney Channel pornographic movie.
Yeah.
It's
I
like
actually liked it this watch around. I actually thought the movie was kind of funny. It was like so bad it's good.
Yeah. Like the most like boring parts are like the parts where he's doing all like the creepy shit to the girl, like cuz they're like kind
yeah.
of playing that like pretty straight,
Yeah.
and it's not like enthralling or anything, it's nothing special, like a lot of the dialogue it's kind of shit, like, and I suspect like the better like dialogue, and the better jokes from the characters like came from the Breaking Bad writer.
It comes across as like when they try to like be serious about a lot of the things that are happening, it comes across like Rob Zombie and like influence that part where they're just like, oh yeah, I'm a big fat guy, I'm gonna rape this little girl, ha, ha, ha. This is serious, this is what's
Yeah.
happening. But then like
Yeah.
when they throw in the black comedy, it's like where it's like, oh, he like splooged himself when she touched her because he couldn't even rape her because he's like that much of a virgin. And that feels like a Breaking Bad writer moment right there. Like that feels like the fucking Fly episode from
Yeah.
Breaking Bad.
It also felt like a kind of misdirection, because I guess like she was like planning on like pulling his dick off or biting his dick off or something, and then he splooged himself, and she's like, "Oh, I ruined my plan."
I want to point out one thing I notice is like I feel like the first half of the movie, like up until the point where like Riley leaves, they were trying to make a serious movie, but I feel like they were just like at some point just dicking around and were like adding a few jokes here and there, keep it interesting in the beginning, but then they're just like, you know what, let's just make it a comedy. Because, like, the last half of it, when they just go balls to the wall insane, where it's like, what the fuck, it is kind of interesting and, like, entertaining, and it's legitimately funny.
Yeah, they amp up
Yeah.
everything. Like, the detective that's working with them is like obviously like a sex creep himself. And they
Mhm.
really amp that up later on. Like they're having like the family's having like a serious phone call with their daughter. Like she just got a hold of them. Like she broke out while Otis was like fighting with his older brother, getting slapped around by his older brother, who like takes care of him a little bit, like gives him monies to like buy food and stuff because he's just using his delivery driver money, I guess, just to build all these elaborate setups for his like sex dungeon. Um, where he keeps his girls. Um, and like the detective has like this laser pointer, and he's like pointing at the mom's tits while they're like listening to the daughter on the phone, and like it's like they could see what you're doing. It's not like you're doing it in secret. If she was like turned around and her like ass was out, and he was doing like the laser on her ass, then I think it would kind of make more sense. But
He's just
it's
such a
it's
dick.
it's not worth it to think about it that hard. This isn't a movie that you should be thinking about like that hard.
It's just he's such a fucking dickhead. And then like
He looks like an Oblivion elf.
Yeah, I pointed that out, and it's so true. He looks like a fucking Oblivion elf because his forehead is too big, and his eyes and other features are like way too sharp. He looks like an Oblivion elf. It also really doesn't help that he's like constantly chewing gum every time he talks.
Yeah, that adds to like the perviness. That feels like a kind of Rob Zombie element. Like he kind of has like gross elements with his characters like that, but usually it's like, oh, they're always like
Yeah.
chewing tobacco or something, something like even grimier.
I mean,
Yeah.
Rob Zombie, whenever he makes like characters in movies, they always have like a trait about them that like adds to the white trashiness. This guy's not even like a white trash guy. He's just like a dickhead.
Yeah.
He's just some dickhead kind of maybe pervert cop who just fucks with people, and then like by the end when you know it's kind of all is revealed essentially, he's like kind of a bit of a bro a little bit, even though the whole time he's like a shithead useless cop.
Yeah, I kind of interpret it at the end because like there's like this another thing that this movie does that's like balls to the walls is like in the later half, like the main family, the mom, the dad, and the brother decide to go to the address and like get revenge on Otis. They have like this debate. It's like, oh, you want to be one of those families who's going on Nancy Grace and like talking about like interviewing this guy when he's in jail and asking him why do you do it, and he's like just like getting off on our sorrow, like let's just go kill him, let's torment him and kill him.
Mhm.
um
Mhm.
and they wind up accidentally like torturing his older brother because he comes home first, and uh
They just never gave him a chance to say his name.
yeah, yeah, it's a lot of like stuff in this movie could have been avoided by like just like one basic little like common sense thing. um uh but yeah, they really, really go into like torturing him. They're wearing like hazmat suits. I think they bring him into
Except for like the
his
brother at the end when he like puts tribal blood markings on him for whatever the fuck reason.
yeah, the little brother of
that,
the girl who got kidnapped. Yeah.
that
Yeah,
was
He
he's like
just
fucking funny.
he
he's
wears
a
this guy's
dork.
blood.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
like
he's a real dork.
him and the mother were like Buster badasses, because like the mom was like, initially this kind of like stereotypical like suburban mom character, but as time goes on she just gets like bloodlusted, where she's just like, let's go fucking kill him. And she's like, uh she like suggests like cutting off his fingers and toes, like the guard guy, like the older brother.
Yeah, and like put in the fingers and toes in a blender and making him drink it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the whole torture scene was like crazy because like, could you imagine if they stuck with the tone of the first half where it was like played serious but with some comedic elements sprinkled through? Like, I feel like the torture scene would be like uncomfortable and like putting on a hat, but like this, it was like, oh, we're gonna hotwire his like rectum, and like the whole thing with like the power cord, that was fucking funny. Where like you had to keep scooting him back to reach it like twice.
It's so
Like,
that's the Breaking Bad type fucking bullshit there. That's the Breaking Bad writer, I feel. Oh god. You know what this reminds me of? You know what this exactly fucking reminds me of? It reminds me of the scene in Breaking Bad where Walt and Jesse Walt kills the guy that he has like chained up in Jesse's basement because the guy stole a piece of a plate to try and like stick Walt with it. So
yeah.
Walt strangles him and he calls Jesse over, and they try to dissolve him in acid in a bathtub, and then it's on the second floor, so that the acid dissolves through the bathtub and then through the ceiling and just splatters all over the hallway right before an open house is about to begin.
I've only seen like a few like scenes from Breaking Bad, and that's actually one of them.
That reminds me of that whole torture scene in this, where it's just like they're trying to do something dark and fucked up, but they're just so fucking awful at it that it
Yeah,
becomes
like it's
funny.
so incompetent. Yeah, there's like a hint of realism to that, really.
Mhm.
Yeah, because I mean, how do you expect like a suburban mom and her like dipshit pussy husband and their like 16-year-old son to like be able to pull something off like that cleanly and efficiently? Like it's gonna be like, beating a fucking like weasel to death with a baseball bat. It's like totally relatable analogy, but like,
Yeah, this mom knows exactly what to do. She read Helter Skelter 10 times.
yeah, like these these people have no fucking clue what they're doing. So when you see them fuck up, it's kind of funny.
What about like when they were getting rid of the evidence, like the hand fell out, they should kick it under the dumpster.
That part was so good.
I also love just them arguing, like, "Oh no, turn off the car! No, don't turn it off!" Like,
oh my god, like they're just
we
arguing with each other the whole time.
Can we talk about like the one car that's in the driveway of Otis? I don't know if it's his car or the mother's car. Yeah, the leather sticker that's on the car.
Yeah, it had a leather pride sticker and a gay pride flag sticker on the back of the car.
Yeah, we had to look that up because we were like, that's like a weird kind of like sex, like queer, like kind of sticker. Let's do our research and figure out like what it is. And
it was like it was like a red heart with like black, what was it, blue and black stripes, and we had to look it up off of a website that had all the flags indexed. And yeah, it was a leather pride flag. So that little detail being on like the back of what I assume to be the brother's car. Yeah. I mean, if you really think about it, that family committed a hate crime.
Yeah, well, and he has a gay flag, but he talks about having a wife.
Yeah, so maybe like he's like secretly like cheating on his wife for like leather gay sex and like biker bars.
Maybe there's like a deleted scene where they comment on like the gay stickers, and he's like, "Yeah, I just like bought this. Like it came with the car." I remember my sister bought a used car that had like a Bush lied people died like sticker on it that she never took off.
I mean, that's pretty swag to have on a car, not gonna lie.
Well, yeah, that's probably why she didn't take it off.
You know, I want to bring up one thing, if I may, about the movie. I remember seeing this when we were watching it, but I just like want to tell the audience. So, the whole like premise of the movie is like he's trying to like recreate like, I guess like a senior prom he's never had or whatever, right? So like he's like doing the stereotypical teen things. You know, he's like pretend to be a football guy, even though he's like fucking fatter than like probably me and Ivan combined.
Yeah.
Right? And he like takes her out on like a movie date, but you know, it's like in his like dingy cellar shed, and is like watching it with like gnomes. But like the movie they're watching on the DVD actually came to that movie, and it's part of the reason why I really think they wanted to make this movie serious, because like that movie is like very creepy, and it's like it's very, very uncomfortable. I guess that's supposed to be the whole point. Because, again, I really felt like they wanted to make a horror movie. Because I remember telling you on the bonus features, too, they were talking about how they made this movie. And the guy was like, oh, well, I kept on looking at, like, the 6 o'clock news and all these, like, missing persons reports. And I thought, what would happen if it happened to, like, a white suburban family? Which is, maybe I'm misremembering, but, like, I remember him being like, oh, happens in suburbia or whatever. And just being like, that's very weird way to come up with a movie like that, you know? Like, how do you, like, look at, like, the Casey Anthony case and, like, people getting kidnapped and think, man, what would happen if this happened, like, the suburbs? And like, I don't think this is how, like, if he was trying to make, like, commentary about, like, suburban culture, I don't think that's how it happened if it was suburbs, but like it's still like weird. You know what I'm trying to get at now?
Yeah. Now that I think about it, like maybe he was they were trying to go for like a purge thing with like the family going psycho mode.
I mean, this is before the purge, right? So this was like
this
kind of touched on that same kind of idea of like, oh, white middle class people, they're actually fucking crazy.
Yeah, they have like a repressed bloodlust from, you know, their restrictive lives and, you know, the movies and TV and video games that they play.
Also,
and books. Books, because there's like this thing that they keep on like bringing back about like the son like having to read like Lord of the Flies, and he keeps on saying, I actually did read it, Dad. Like it actually relates to our situation quite a lot. I know things about pigs.
Yeah. I'm reading the Letterboxd reviews of this movie, and one of them got a nice chuckle out of me. It just says Discord mod origins.
But yeah, I mean, like, that's what he's doing, when he to the kidnapped girls, because they have, like, a little prologue where, like, one of his, like, failed endeavors with, like, one of the other girls that he, kidnapped, like, she, like, rebels against him and tries to, like, get out, and in the struggle, he accidentally, like, electrocutes her in the bathtub that's in, like, the little room that she, is chained in,
Mhm.
uh but, like, his thing is that he's just, like, talking on the phone with them, and, like, they're, like, role playing, and he's, calling the girl Kim because I guess that was, like, his crush, or maybe that's his sister-in-law because, I remember, like, his brother was, like, talking about, like, being, like, a football player or something like that. So, is he trying to live vicariously through his brother, or were they both football players? Because he could have been, like, a
um,
football player, he could have been, like, a linebacker.
I think he was
I
just living vicariously through his brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like I think he's jealous of his brother with the life. Because like, remember how like he Otis says to like his brother like, "Oh, how's Kim's doing?" And he's talking about like his
Ah,
wife and he gets hit, and he's like,
okay,
"Oh,
so
don't ever." So I think he's like jealous of like the high school sweetheart life he got while he was like a virgin loser nerd in school. So I think
yeah.
that's kind of the thing.
And it has a thing for a sister-in-law named Kim.
Hmm.
To the point where they make a joke about how she can't ever wear Victoria's Secret panties anymore because he uh sniffed them and licked them, and
Yeah.
that freaked her out, or yeah, that freaked her out so bad that she's like afraid of that brand.
Yeah, the scenes with his brother I really enjoyed. The brother was probably my favorite character.
The
You know,
the brother
It
of Otis, the what was his name? Fucking
Elmo.
Elmo. Yeah.
yeah, played by Kevin Pollak. But, yeah, you can tell he's, like, really hamming it up. He knows what kind of movie he's in, so he's, like, overacting a little bit, so
I think
it's even funnier.
my favorite character has to be the younger brother of Riley, the girl that got kidnapped, because he's just so fucking ready to go just kill this fucking guy, and it's just funny. He takes no shit. It's hilarious.
You
You know,
know,
I love seeing like characters in media where they're kind of like goofy or they're kind of just like normal or whatever, but then like when it gets down to business, like they're just ready to fucking go in the trenches. You
Yeah,
know, it's like
he felt like a budget Justin Long character in a way.
it's like
huh.
it's like seeing like a wacky character in like a cartoon, but it's like they're in the background or something for most of it, or they're like a side character. And then like when shit goes bad for the main cast, like they're just in the background with like a shotgun ready to like blow down a door. You know, just I love that like trope of just like the silly guy gets serious suddenly.
But he's still, like, silly in the way he's being serious.
Yeah. But he's like he's in the trenches. He's ready. You know, it's like the
He's been longing for a purpose. He's been waiting
yeah.
for his chance to be martyred and become a hero.
Yeah, so it's fucking funny. And then the ending scene, of course, where he calls the pizza guy because you know he knows that Otis works at the pizza company they fucking order pizza from. They call a pizza in, he's just waiting with a shotgun, and he just fucking shoots the pizza guy through the door, and they leave it on a cliffhanger as to whether or not it was Otis. Like, I thought that was a bit of a shit ending, in my opinion. I know you liked that FKP, but I thought like, oh, why leave it ambiguous? Come on.
I like it because I find it like funny because it's like they don't even know, and like it's supposed to look like him, and I think it's supposed to be him 100%, but still like that, like, oh my god, imagine if it was just like some random pizza delivery dude. Because if you remember, the last time we saw Otis, he was like getting off work. He was
Yeah.
like realized he checked the tapes and was realized, oh fuck, they killed my brother. So like it's really interesting to think like, did they really or did they not? Like, I just find that like a part of like the dark humor, you know?
Yeah, just another
Mhm.
way that they fucked up.
It's pretty good. I mean, this movie, it's all pretty good. Uh, Although I did kind of think that the ambiguity is funny, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm too Marvel and slopified, and I want my ending to be spelled out to me. You know, I
You
want them to
wanted
say, "This is the bad guy, and now he's dead."
do you want them to like take that cliffhanger and turn it to like a sequel for Otis 2?
No, no, I do not. But maybe a what if? What if Otis survived? Otis
He
2:
ate
Revenge
the
of Otis.
bullets.
They turn him into an anti-hero.
Yeah, he's like the family turns evil because now they've got the bloodlust, and now he's the only one that can stop them.
Now they become like a psycho family.
Otis too.
He teams up with Riley. Like they're like enemies to allies.
Otis too. Vengeance.
He learns how to respect her.
You know what really happens? In this universe, regeneration works, and he wakes up as a cow.
Oh, I get it.
I don't.
Oh, yeah, I brought back to the barnyard jokes from earlier.
Wow. Barnyard, and he wakes up as a cow, and he's adopted by a larger cow named Ben, and they live on a farm that's run by a vegan farmer, and he befriends other talking animals, and he regains his zest for life. He no longer kidnaps women. Now he saves them from coyotes.
He finally gets to live the life that he always wanted to live, the life of a party animal.
And then at the end of the Barnyard movie, at the end of the Barnyard series, it cuts to Otis, the character from this movie, lying on the ground with his brain splattered on the concrete, because this was all just like in his imagination in his dying moments, as the brother is just like, damn, we got him.
Since it's the Breaking Bad writer, it like ends like Breaking Bad with like that song and like just like panning out, just showing his dead body as the cops swarm in.
That, all right, I'm just gonna say it, absolute cinema. Absolute cinema right there. That we just made a better movie, or a better series of movies than I think was meant to be made.
The Otis Cinematic Universe.
The Otis Cinematic Universe. They both have a guy named Odenkirk in it, even though they're not related. And I only say that because the writer is from Breaking Bad. I don't think he's actually associated with this. But yeah, cinema. Bam, we did it. Line us up for the Oscar. Let's go, baby. Yeah.
I feel like this is the most on topic we've ever fucking been for an episode. Like, it's been like 30 minutes and we mostly talked about the movie.
Yeah, we've been laser focused on this fat fuck movie. Fat fuck kidnapper, like B browser, B 4chan user.
This movie left quite the impression on us. We're touched by this movie.
Yeah, he's got like these weird freaking like he's got this weird like setup, like this weird like jury rigged like Bluetooth like headphones that he carries around like on him, like even when he's out in public and he's delivering and shit, you know. And it's like a gamer headset like looking thing. Was it attached to like a baseball cap? I forget.
It was like hanging on his baseball cap, but it had like a cell phone on the side of it and like a bunch of like random bullshit buttons and gizmos on it. It's weird.
Yeah.
He made like an AVGN ass like NES headset out of like a cell phone and a bunch of pieces.
Yeah, when he could have just like got like a normal like Bluetooth like headset. Like it was like 2008 they had that, you know.
Yeah, like you could have just gone to the store and bought a little Bluetooth like hands-free
Radio
headset.
Shack. Radio Shack was still around.
Yeah, like he could have gone to a mall.
Yeah.
He could have gotten it for like $50.
He could have gotten it from like a Walmart or a Kmart. Like Kmart, like still had like an electronics section back then.
You could have gone to a Circuit City or a Best Buy. Remember Circuit City?
Some of these things are still around. Some of them aren't.
I'm mentioning a bunch of stores that have closed down because this movie came out right after the financial crisis.
Yeah, and the writers' strike too.
Yeah, which explains why this movie is this movie.
Yeah, it may have been during the writers' strike too. But I know like there was a writers' strike in the late 2000s, around the same time of the recession.
Man, what a double whammy.
There's one thing I want to actually bring about because there's two writers on this movie. The other writer, Eric Jenderson.
Great name.
That's an epic name.
Jen Dressen, that's it. I suck at saying names. His last, well, not last. I think he's still alive, but he wrote the past two Mission Impossible movies.
Jesus Christ! Wow.
Oh wow!
And you know, it's like real. You know what's real weird is, okay, so from Otis, it goes to a movie called The Big Bang, a TV movie, another TV movie, a screenplay, and like none of them are like anything big or like, oh wow, that he wrote that. But then it just suddenly goes to fucking Mission Impossible.
Yeah. Is he a Scientologist?
Let me see. That does sound like a Scientology last name.
Yeah, yeah, Scientology, the religion, has like last names that you can obviously tell. Like they're a Scientologist. The same with the same thing with Judaism.
I'm looking at his Wikipedia, and he looks like, you know, that one dude on YouTube Shorts who's like that prop master dude. He like basically talks about like how props are made for movies and like how it's like being a prop master. Have you guys ever seen that dude?
What do you know what his channel name is?
Is it Adam Savage?
Hold on, no, not that dude. Hold on, prop master. Scott Prop and Roll.
Never heard of him.
Damn, because I watch his stuff all the time. It's interesting because he's, you know, like tells you how like movie props are made and like the secret behind them.
Yeah, that sounds like it's up my alley because I like those effects guys that go into the effects of everything. Forget what they're called.
Oh my fucking god! I was looking at the crew of this movie. The guy who did the music, the composer of this movie, did the Blue Collar Comedy Tour movies in 2003 and 2004.
Never heard of that.
It's, you don't know the Blue Collar Comedy Tour? It's like a shitty 2000s redneck classic. It's got
never heard of it.
Jeff Foxworthy, Ron White, Larry the Cable Guy, Bill Engvall.
Hold on one second.
Really?
Yeah, I seriously never even heard of it. Not even like in the sense where it's like, oh, I've heard of people mention it. I've never heard of that.
Damn, that's like a classic in my family. I was watching this shitty 2000s Larry the Cable Guy comedy special about rednecks talking about how they're rednecks.
Yeah.
Damn.
most of them being
Damn.
fake rednecks.
I was just thinking of Jeff Foxworthy earlier.
You guys are far too metropolitan. I live too much in the boonies for you guys to understand.
Oh, here's the thing with Scranton is like everyone either thinks they're like a gangster from the fucking Bronx or deep of the woods, fuck your sister redneck. All right, like that. There's only those two people.
My area is kind of similar, but I feel like a lot of the people feel like they're both around here. New Jersey is an interesting state because it's like it's like the most condensed state in America. Like it's a small state, but it's got a lot of fucking people in it. Like we actually have like our own like triple A line just for South Jersey. Like the rest, like North Jersey and like the rest of the East Coast. Like I think like Scranton and maybe even like where Ivan lives might be a part of just like the more general like East Coast like AAA, except South Jersey. There's just too many people here, and everybody around here likes to drive like they're what's his name? Franklin Clinton from Grand Theft Auto 5. Like they all like to drive like him. So like one minute you're like in the suburbs, one minute you're like in like a kind of colonial town, one minute you're in horse country, and then you're in the Pine Barrens. And like the Pineys are really like boony, you know.
That's Pennsylvania too.
Yeah, but you know the Pine. I've looked up the Pine Barrens, right? Like I've Googled this because my older brother moved out to Jersey, and he tells me all the time, like, oh, it's the Pine Barrens, the Pine Barrens. It's it's just like they're just woods. It's just trees. Like it's not that it's not that boony. It's like sandy ground and lots of trees. Here in good old Appalachia, you get that kind of shit every fucking where. Like we live in just peaks and valleys of like ass territory.
Yeah.
Wait, Ohio's part of Appalachia? I thought that was like only like the Virginias.
No, so I live in southeastern Ohio, which is like right on the border of West Virginia,
Okay.
and it's definitely Appalachia here. We got mountains galore, we got trees galore, we got poverty galore. Every town here is like an old coal mining town or like salt mining town or whatever.
Yeah, you're like kind of like the most north of Appalachia, something like that.
Kinda. People like to say that like Pennsylvania is more of the like I would say Western
Like,
Pennsylvania is like the most northern part of Appalachia, but here it's like kind of northish, central-ish. Like the Appalachia is a pretty big region. It goes all the way from like I think northern Alabama all the way up to like western New York, like the
Hmm.
tiny bit of western New York, because it's just a big ass mountain range. But the actual like cultural area of Appalachia is largely condensed around like Kentucky, eastern Kentucky, West Virginia, southeastern Ohio, and like western Pennsylvania. Those are like the coal mining places, and
Hmm.
also western Virginia, not West Virginia, but western Virginia. Northern Virginia is full of feds. And then but yeah, it's like we live in the fucking boonies here, so like obviously I'd be in the know about all the happenings of Larry the Cable Guy, because that's just the kind of place I fucking live in, I guess. Because
well,
like
isn't Larry the Cable Guy a poser?
he is a
Yeah.
poser. He's a
Yeah,
complete poser.
yeah, he doesn't even talk like that for real, right?
He doesn't. No, he's like a Georgia like billion or like millionaire who pretended to be a blue collar guy, and like
Yeah,
most of the people on the
He's
blue
like Kid
collar,
Rock in a way. Yeah,
yeah, like most of the people on the blue collar comedy tour are kind of like that, because I think Jeff Foxworthy, um,
he looks like a librarian.
he does. I think he was like a millionaire from like Tennessee, and or no, he's from Atlanta. Okay, I guess he's also from Atlanta. Who's from Tennessee? Is it Larry the Cable Guy? Let me see. Let me see. He's from Nebraska. What the fuck? Okay, well, yeah, I guess he's not some southern fuck. He's from goddamn Nebraska. Okay, and his family moved to West Palm Beach. Okay, he's rich. Yeah, he was rich. Uh
Silver spoon, baby.
yeah, he learned wait. I'm reading his early life Wikipedia. Holy shit. He faked his southern accent impression based on his roommates from Texas and Georgia in college at the University of Nebraska Lincoln, and he majored in drama and speech. Oh my fucking
He's
god, he
he's
is a
classically
poser.
trained. He's classically trained.
Yeah, he is a poser. Holy shit. And
Oh, what?
that's the character he plays. Like that's him
Oh,
from now on. That's insane.
oh
Uh
god, like somebody approaches him in real life and like he forgets to like put the voice on and they're like they like have an existential crisis. Their whole world comes crumbling down. Larry the Cable Guy is a fraud.
oh, and then Jeff Foxworthy, his father was an IBM executive,
Oh my
and
god.
he went to the Georgia Institute of Technology in Atlanta, and he worked in IBM doing mainframe computer maintenance. Yeah, so that's pretty crazy. So yeah, poser
Yeah.
alert. I think the only like real guy out of all this, uh, I think is Ron White, who's this
Ron
like
White. I mean, Ron White does sound like a real redneck name.
yeah, he was like a Texan. He was in the Navy. He served during Vietnam, not in Vietnam, but during Vietnam. Um, and he's like a self-made comedian. Like he's an actual he's an actual dude. You know, he's an
Yeah,
actual real guy.
I'm sure
And
he
then
loved being around those guys.
I'm looking at Ron's White's biography thingy. He was born in Texas, so like he is kind of like rednecky.
yeah, Bill Engvall was also born in Texas, and he went to college. He was a
He had
frat
like,
bro.
didn't he have like a sitcom or something?
Ron
I
White
think
or the
so.
Bill dude?
Uh,
Bill.
yeah, it was the Bill Engvall show.
Yeah, I only know about that because that was like the first role for that was like the first thing or like first major thing that Jennifer Lawrence was ever in.
Really, I didn't know that.
Yeah, she's like the sassy teenage daughter.
Okay, so yeah, Bill Engvall is also kind of legit. even though he was like a frat bro, he didn't graduate college, and he became a tour guide and then later a disc jockey at a nightclub, and that's where he got into stand-up comedy, was during like open mic nights. So like
He's a classic comedian. He started on radio.
yeah, he started on radio. He worked at nightclubs, and then Ron White was just like an old guy who went right into comedy. Like those guys are legit, but Jeff Foxworthy and Larry the Cable Guy, they're fake as fuck, especially Larry the Cable Guy.
He's the biggest one of all of them.
He is such a fraud.
You guys ever hear the feud Larry the Cable Guy and David Cross got into like ages ago?
Oh my god, David Cross, my favorite shit movie actor from Happy Madison Productions.
Wait, David Cross?
Or no. I was thinking of David Spade. God damn it.
Yeah.
I'm like, when was he ever in a Happy Madison movie?
No, yeah, David Cross. He's the guy.
He's in good shit. He's in Mr. Show with Bob Odenkirk.
I fucking love that show.
Oh yeah, me too.
David Cross was the evil guy in Alvin and the Chipmunks.
Oh, of course that's what you know him from.
Yeah, because he has a punchable ass face. I hate it. I hate his face. He looks like a guy who runs like a card shop, and he yells at people. Like he yells at people for being stinky because he runs a card shop.
Yeah, those are the kind of characters he usually plays, like on the sketch show.
Like that's what he looks like.
Isn't that like basically the character he plays in San Andreas? But it's like plane parts or it's model planes instead of like cards.
I did not know he was in San Andreas.
That's when they had like legit like TV and like Hollywood actors in their games.
Wait, I looked up his criticisms and feuds with Larry the Cable Guy. He said it says he criticized Larry the Cable Guy in a Rolling Stone interview, saying it's a lot of anti-gay racist humor which people like in America, all couched in I'm telling it like it is. He's in the right place at the right time for that. Gee shucks, proud to be a redneck. I'm just a straight shooter multimillionaire in a cut-off flannel selling ringtones act. That's where we are as a nation now. We're in a state of vague American values and anti-intellectual pride. Wow.
We're so far past from that. Ringtones aren't a thing anymore.
Oh no. Wait. In response, Larry the Cable Guy devoted a chapter in his book Get Her Done to David Cross and the quote-unquote PC left, claiming that Cross had supposedly screwed with my fans. It was time for me to say something. Larry claimed that Rolling Stone was baiting comedians to attack him, and they turned Cross only after Lewis Black refused, as Larry and Black are good friends. Wow. And then then Cross responded with an open letter to Larry the Cable Guy. She posted on his website, and they're just back and forth, did his thing on Wonder Chosen.
God, they really got into it.
Yeah, and this was all in 2004 and 2005. Or no, 2005 mostly. And yeah, that's crazy. So Larry the Cable Guy was on that the PC left in 2005, in like the waning years of the Bush era. That's crazy.
He was like one of those comics who were like ahead of their time, if you really think about it.
Yeah, he was ahead of the grift.
Yeah, I mean it's kind of been this crap's kind of been going on since like the 90s. Like I've seen like old Bill Maher stuff from the 90s where they're kind of getting into like political correctness and shit, you know, and having debates about it.
Old David Cross used to be kind of like that. He was very libertarian whenever he was like I'm like the biggest David Cross glazer in the world.
Yeah.
I actually listen to a lot of his stand-up albums a lot when I'm working on stuff. And like his older stuff, like in that open letter to Larry he wrote on his website, he has a part where he's like, point out, Larry, we share the same audience of just dumb, ignorant Americans. Like he pointed out like how I refuse to say African American because I find it's like too politically correct and like pandering or whatever. It's like David Cross, he used to be that type of comedian, but like he stopped like whenever he realized like, you know, it's not really it anymore. And he's always been good. Like I love David Cross. Like he's one of the few actors I think can do no wrong. Really.
Yeah.
I kind of low key hate his face though. Like I just don't like his face. I mean, I know that he's like good politically and he's like, not bad as an actor.
And he's
But
funny.
he
Yeah,
is
good writer.
funny.
Yeah.
He's funny, he's a good writer, he's done like a lot. He's done a lot of good shit. However, his face. I don't like how he looks, especially in the first Alvin and the Chipmunks movie. He's such a cunt, and he does being a cunt really well. And I
Oh
don't like
yeah.
that. I don't like that because like you just know that had to come from somewhere. Like insert like a gif of like Dokes from Dexter just like staring across the room. Like I know what you are, David Cross. I know what you are. I'm onto you.
You know, one thing I want to say that just came to mind. Have you ever guys watched the show The Heart She Holler?
No, never heard of it.
Okay, I think you would like it because it's all about like Appalachia. It's like horror, dark comedy, Appalachia soap opera. It's made by the same people who made Wonder Chosen and Xavier Renegade Angel.
That sounds interesting.
It's got a lot of good actors, Patton Oswalt, Christian Shaw and shit, but it also has David Cross. And since it's like an Appalachia town, David Cross he doesn't appear till like season 2 really. But looks like, now that I'm thinking of it, he looks a lot like Larry the Cable Guy, and since they're like Appalachians, like they talk like this, So like David Cross is his like full like redneck shtick. So I wonder if he's like parodying Larry the Cable Guy now that I think about it, whenever he does the character.
What's the name of that character? Ron something, because they made like a movie about that character.
Run, Ronnie, Run. No, that's from Mr. Show, not this show.
Okay, different redneck character.
I
love Run, Ronnie, Run.
Oh, so that needs to be a movie we need to fucking talk about one day.
Yeah, a good movie.
Yeah, like a genius movie. I fucking love Mr. Show so much.
It's just Mr. Show the movie. It has all the actors.
Also,
that was like one of the first shows I showed my girlfriend on a date was Mr. Show. I made her watch it.
At gunpoint.
Yeah.
So I looked up more shit about David Cross. He was on different podcasts. His first one was Harmontown, which is Dan Harmon's podcast, and then he went on Cumtown and Chapo Trap House back to back in 2016 and 2017. That's crazy. Wow. I did not know that.
I actually watch his podcast he owns himself. It's called Senses Working Overtime. It's just him talking with other comedian friends of his, and it's really good, actually. I'm not a podcast guy. I think
you're a crosshead.
Yeah. Like I only listen to it because I like Dave Cross, but I also only listen to it if I know the other comedian. Like I don't know some of these other guys, but like I'll watch ones if it's like Mark Maron, Patton Oswalt, shit like that.
You're not a podcast guy, yet you're on a podcast and you have your own podcast.
Yeah, it's hypocritical. I know.
No, he's the perfect kind of person who should be doing this.
Yeah, I mean, let's be honest.
I'm great at talking out my ass.
Who of all of us actually listen to podcasts?
I listen to a couple. But those are kind of like more about my niche interests. I know Synth is like somewhat of a genuine podcast head. Like he's recommended me a few.
He what's that one about the Simpsons that he loves? Oh god,
I think it's Talkin' Simpsons.
Yeah. He loves that one. And then me personally, I like the Adam what's it called? The Adam Friedland Show. I like
but you were saying Adam, the Mr. Bircham dude. I thought you were talking about him for a second.
No. I like the Adam Friedland Show, which is the successor to Cumtown, or more or less. And then sometimes I like to listen to Behind the Bastards.
I've caught a few episodes of Behind the Bastards. I think I listened to their Dr. Phil episodes.
And then I also like to listen to Creepcast, which is the Wendigoon Meat Canyon podcast, I guess. Okay. That's just because I like creepy shit. I like listening to people talk about like stupid fucking creepy pastas, because a lot of them are like really awful, but some of them are just kind of genuinely a little fucked up. Like there's a really infamous one That's a My Little Pony creepypasta. That's like it's kind of darkly hilarious. The episode that Creepcast did on that was quite good. I think it was quite good. But that's really about it. Like I'm not really a Joe Rogan head. I'm not really much of a fan of any of these other podcasts for the most part.
I caught a few old Joe Rogan episodes. There was really only one that I watched a lot where he was interviewing Leah Remini, and it was like a quick, like kind of like 101 like crash course on like the insanity of Scientology, which I really
Hmm.
enjoyed. It's where I learned that like John Travolta has like a special sort of rank in the Scientology religion that was given to him by the man L. Ron Hubbard himself,
Oh
called
wow.
called Kakan. It's funny in like the episode because like Leah Remini is like not cunt, Kakan. Um, and she's like, yeah, pretty much what that means is like, as far as like the Church of Scientology is concerned, if he ever decides for any reason at all or no reason to kill somebody, they are obligated to cover it up. You know, because they send bribes
Oh,
to the LAPD all the time.
that reminds me. There's also two other podcasts I like to listen to. Uh, they're mostly just guys on YouTube. I don't think they're actually podcasts, but one of them is called The Elephant Graveyard, and the other one is a channel called Too Lazy to Try, because they're like comedy critique podcasts. Like they shit on Joe Rogan constantly, and like a lot of these other like right wing grifter types. It's quite nice to listen to.
Yeah,
You
that's
send that to
that's
me. I'm actually interested in that.
yeah, me too. Yeah.
Yeah, you should definitely look up both of them. It's The Elephant Graveyard and Too Lazy to Try. Great channels. They're really up to date on some of their shit when it comes to
Yeah,
talking about that.
Too lazy to
yeah.
try.
Yeah.
I like that name. But yeah, I'm into comedy critique.
Oh my, I I hate to interrupt, but I just looked up that too lazy to try guy. This dude, I'm not even kidding, is a big fucking inside joke between me and my best friend Creed. I'm
Why
not
is that?
okay. So one time I was incredibly fucking stoned, right? I was just
Uh-huh.
scrolling through YouTube, and I was just gonna put on a random episode, and I click on this thing, and it said like, "Is Tom Segura the next Brendan Schaub?" And I just thought like this has got to be like a fake, like one of those like fake celebrity things where it's like it's making fun of celebrity culture. And I watch it, and no, it's this like dude who sounds so fucking monotone and serious. And like he's
Yeah.
got a gun next to his head, and he's just gonna pull a trigger one day, just gathering up the courage to do it, right?
That's him.
Freaking Mr.
And
Plankton.
and fucking at one point he says, "But is this what Tom Segura like something about like is this what Tom Segura's destined to be? Is he gonna be the next Brendan Schaub?" And I just start fucking cackling out loud because I'm like, these aren't real people. Like, I've never heard of these fucking people. So for like a week straight, I kept on bothering Creed. Like, I'd message him every day. Every time we called, I would ask him, "Is Tom Segura the next Brendan Schaub?" And one day he was like, "You gotta fucking quit it and tell me what the fuck this is." So I show it to him, and like, me and him constantly fucking say it now that my mom's in on the joke, and anytime she sees Tom Segura in her feed, she'll send it to me and ask me if it's Brendan Schaub. I'm sorry to interrupt you. Go ahead.
There's also this is the final one that I'll mention. There's another podcast I like to follow, or I guess two rather, because they kind of go hand in hand. One of them is called Lolcow Live, which is Keemstar's horrible attempt at trying to monetize the lives of Boogie 2988 and Wings of Redemption, and to use them for clout. And then another one is a YouTube channel called Breaking Banquet. That's just all these like hyper edited like cutaways of Wings of Redemption being like shit at games and saying like sus shit. It's kind of funny. It's I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like I don't like to indulge in seeing this like weird hate boner bullshit every now and then. It's like trash TV, you know.
Yeah,
But
Maury. Internet Maury, yeah.
yeah, it's like internet
Great way
Maury,
to put it.
exactly. Yeah, exactly.
I,
That's
s-
like
I know some of these guys actually have going on like those trash TV like shows. I remember Onision, I think, went on Steve Wilkos. He was trying to get
oh my
TJ
god.
Kirk on with him because him and TJ Kirk were having drama back in like the 1970s or whatever. Um, and he's like, TJ, we got to go on Steve Wilkos together and make a bunch of money. And TJ's like, what? I may be a whore, but I'm not that much of a whore. I'm not gonna go on Steve Wilkos with you.
God.
Oh yeah, well, I was just gonna like name like one podcast that I listen to. This is like kind of like the main podcast that I listen to. Song versus Song, which is a podcast that Todd in the Shadows has. I
Hmm.
recommend it to you guys if you are into pop music at all and like trying to analyze it like on a deeper level. You know,
Mhm.
yeah, it's pretty great. His co-host is an interesting person too. She's a retransitioner, and I've read like some of her articles where she's kind of like talking about the process, and I was like, oh wow, she really like had like a lot of obstacles to like get past because she's like allergic to like traditional like HRT, so it was like a
Huh.
bit harder for her. And like I said, she was a retransitioner. She tried transition in the 2000s, but because of her health issues, and also because her family is vehemently transphobic. And I think they were disowning her, and she's like, "Okay, it's not worth it. I'll detransition."
Huh.
Yeah.
That's
Um.
you don't really hear about that very often about like
Yeah.
retransitioners. You
Yeah. Yeah.
usually usually
Yeah.
when you hear about like detransitioners, it's always about like fucking, how detransitioners wind up becoming like right-wing grifters and they're
Yeah.
just like, "Oh, I'm a detransitioner." Like that. Oh god, what's your fucking name on Twitter? Oh god, I fucking hate her. I think her name is Maya Poet or some shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh
They
god.
detransition. They were an F to M that detransitioned.
Yeah, and she has like she has like a crossed eye and she wears like a bow tie like a fucking nerd.
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah.
god damn, I hate that person so much. And
Yeah.
you can and they tried it. They tried so hard to be a right-wing grifter,
But
and
they're
you
still
know
they're too androgynous still. Like it's not gonna work.
you can tell by the way that they post that they don't have it in their heart. They don't have the lying and the soullessness in their heart to actually
Yeah,
go through with that.
not like Ollie London or whatever the hell his name is, and he's not even really a detransitioner, unless you count like transition into a different race as like a thing. Um, but yeah, I was like thinking like I think what would really help like the pro trans movement is if like they found a detransitioner that instead of becoming like right wing and anti trans, even like genuinely, like it's like, oh, it didn't work for me, so like, oh, it's just completely bullshit from the bottom up. Instead, there's somebody who detransitioned, but because they did, they have like a newfound like empathy for trans people because
Oh
like
my
they
god.
kind of like experienced it in a reverse way, like you imagine like you're F to M, you try it out and you're like, oh, this is a horror show, and then you detransition, it's like the experience of trans women now, like when they go through puberty and like, oh my god.
Mads, I don't mean to interrupt you, but I just looked on this Maya Poet person's fucking Twitter because I hate them. And they're in a Twitter space right now that says, "What's the point of the trans gun ban?" And they're like actively like you can tell like the mental calculus is starting to begin where they're like mentally backtracking on the grift because they're like, "Oh, they're targeting us now."
Yeah, like even more and more it's like, oh, maybe they own a gun. And they're like,
Oh
oh,
my
they can't take
god.
it away from me. I need this.
That's insane. That is absolutely insane. Just the absolute and also the fucking the post only has like 2 likes on like they're just washed.
Yeah.
This person's washed. They have no pull, they have no traction. Paying for Twitter Blue, getting no interactions. That's embarrassing, dog. $8 a month for 2 likes. Oh, couldn't be me. Anyway, I think that's a good spot to wrap this up at.
Yeah.
Any
Oh,
final thoughts? Any final rankings on Otis?
um, hmm. I guess like a really a good like an overall kind of like good positive like 5 out of 10 sort of movie, you know, because like that kind of like mid rating is usually for like the worst kind of boring movies, and that's how I kind of like view like the beginning of it. But like that like second half like kind of like rescued it for me, you know. And it's like, okay, yeah, this is getting zany.
Mm.
I can enjoy this.
Mhm.
I'd give it like probably like a 4 or 5 out of 10. Yeah, it's one of those movies where it's like it's mid, but it's not mid in the sense that it's boring. It's mid in the sense that it's crap, but it's
Yeah.
still fun.
Yeah, it's good that like the later half is is like the better half, because if like the first half was good and then the last half was bad, then we'd probably
Mhm.
be ranking it like a 3 or a 2.
Yeah. What do you think, FKP? What do you think?
As a person who fucking violently hated this goddamn movie whenever I first saw it, and rewatching it, it's really not that bad as I thought it was. I feel like whenever they were writing the second half, maybe that's whenever they brought on a second writer, you know, because like that happens in writing. It's like you realize you got a shit movie here, and you need
Yeah.
someone to save it. So maybe they were like, you know what, this movie is taking itself a little too seriously whenever it's like kind of bad. So let's like be very self-aware, because it really feels like in the second half they were self-aware of like what kind of movie this really should be, and they played that hard and straight. I like it. I'm honestly giving this movie a 6. It's a solid 6. It's not terrible. It's worth the watch with friends and dicking around. But it's not really a real serious movie unless if like you only care about the first half. So yeah.
All right. I think that just about wraps up this episode. If any of you guys listening want to listen to some more of us, go to our Patreon, go to our Spotify. We have a whole backlog. This is like what, episode like 58, I want to say. Oh god, what is
It
this? Yeah,
is
58.
58.
Wow, we're almost at 60. Can you believe it, guys? Almost
Wow,
60.
we're
And
almost
then
my age.
our next episode is going to be an exclusive to Patreon. So for any of you that are interested in that, go check it out. Go take a look. Go wait for it. It's coming out probably soon because we've rolled out this one pretty quick. So yippee ki motherfucker. Yeah. Anyway, waka waka penis.